I saved my daughter from having a toxic mom and didn't realize it until 11 years later. I got my girlfriend pregnant when I was 17. We were both dumb kids who thought we were being careful, but apparently not careful enough. We didn't find out about the pregnancy until she was already 5 months along. By then it was too late to do anything except prepare. My girlfriend was convinced she was having a boy, like absolutely certain. She wouldn't even let the ultrasound tech tell her the gender because she just knew it was a boy. She kept talking about how excited she was to have a son, how she'd teach him sports, how boys were so much easier than girls. She bought blue everything and picked out boy names. I tried to suggest maybe we should wait to find out, but she wouldn't listen. Then delivery day came and the doctor said, "It's a girl!" My girlfriend's face went completely pale. She just stared at the baby and didn't say anything. The nurse tried to hand her our daughter and she turned her head away. For the next 9 months, she tried to be a mom, but you could tell she hated every second of it. When our daughter cried, she'd just sit there and ignore her until I came home. She refused to dress her in anything pink or girly. She'd complain constantly about how hard girls were and how she wasn't meant to be a girl mom. My parents were amazing through all of this. They helped with everything and loved their granddaughter more than anything. One night after my girlfriend had another breakdown about having a daughter, I made a decision. I sat her down and told her I'd give her an out. She could sign away her rights and I'd raise our daughter myself with help from my family. No judgment, no drama, just a clean break. She signed the papers 2 weeks later and I never heard from her again. That was 11 years ago. My daughter is now 12 and she's literally the best kid ever. She loves sparkles and pink everything. She's a competitive dancer who practices in our living room every night. She plays tennis with a bright pink racket that she picked out herself. She's dramatic in the funniest way possible and can make me laugh even when I'm having the worst day. She talks nonstop about everything and I love every second of it. She's exactly who she's meant to be and I wouldn't change a single thing about her. Last Friday I was hanging out with some old friends from my hometown. We were catching up and someone mentioned my ex. They said she's a huge boy mom now and makes it her entire personality on social media. I got curious and looked her up on Instagram. Holy crap, they weren't exaggerating. Every single post was about her 2 sons. How much she loved being a boy mom. How her boys showed her what real love was. How grateful she was to have boys and not girls. How boys were so much easier and better. Post after post after post about how being a boy mom was her whole identity. There were even posts where she talked about how she could never imagine having a daughter. How girls were too difficult and dramatic. I sat there scrolling through her feed and it hit me. I saved my daughter from this woman. If my ex had stayed in her life, she would have crushed everything special about my kid. All that sparkle and pink and dramatic energy that makes my daughter who she is. My ex would have hated it. She would have tried to change her, make her less girly, tell her she was too much. My daughter would have grown up feeling wrong for being exactly who she is. Instead, she's confident and happy and completely herself. My daughter has no idea who her birth mom is, and honestly, I'm keeping it that way. She doesn't need that toxic energy in her life. She's got me, her grandparents, and a whole family who loves every dramatic, sparkly pink thing about her.